Bowie will be on soon.
You found that were Queen.
It were both of them.
Well, it was.
Well, lie down.
Bowie will be on soon.
We're now
You
live.
found that were Queen.
It were both of them.
We're now live.
Good evening, everybody. I'd just like to welcome everybody to the meeting this evening for the Events and Leisure. I'm Councillor Wrench. We've got a few councillors that have joined us this evening. Have we got any absence? Apologies for absence.
We do, Councillor Wrench. There's Councillor Andrea Walker and Councillor Bernardini.
Oh, that's lovely. And we accept them apologies, yeah. Declaration of interest. To receive declarations of interest under consideration on this agenda in accordance with the Localism Act 2011, Section 32, and the relevant authorities. Disclosable, what's that word, sorry?
Pecuniary.
Pecuniary Interest Regulation 2012. Members are reminded that you should declare any pecuniary interest at the meeting. It is your responsibility to inform the monitoring officer. Number one, declarations of interest from any members. Declarations of interest from any officers.
No.
Is that okay? Everybody okay? Yep. So public question time and participation. Members of the public are advised that they are welcome to ask any questions about items on the agenda. It is not always possible to give a verbal response at the meeting, and questions may be received in written, may receive a written reply. No resolution can be made under this item. Questions should relate to matters of town council policy or practice and not relate to the individual affairs of either the questioner or any other named person. Okie dokie, everybody okay? Right. Minutes for discussion. Members are asked to approve the minutes of the Events and Leisure Committee held on Thursday, the 12th of November 2020.
So proposed, Chair.
Sorry, Councillor Westerman.
So proposed.
Yeah. Have we got a second for that?
I'll second it, Marianne.
Lovely. All in favour? That's great. So that's gone through. Right. Item number 6, progress update. To receive the progress report following the last meeting held Thursday, the 12th of November 2020.
Councillor Wrench, can I just chip in there?
You absolutely can, yes.
That we've not got the progress update. However, we have got the events officer's report, which will
Right.
give, but in a different format. So apologies. We have that.
Do we know why we haven't actually received that? Is it just through due
Error.
Oh, right, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. Okie dokie. And we've received what? Sorry, the
event officer report at item number 9 should go through any progress updates.
Right, that's great. Okie dokie. Thank you for that. Okay. Where are we at? Number 7, town plan update. To receive an update on the town plan. So, yeah. Does anybody have anything to add to that? Okay. No? Is that okay? Just with me. Right. And item number 8, to receive an update on the budget. Has everybody received an update on the budget? Councillors?
Yes.
Right, that's good.
Duly noted.
Sorry, Councillor Westerman.
Duly noted.
That's great.
She's not
Right,
here.
thank you. That's great. Duly noted.
Has got his hand up, Councillor Wrench.
Sorry, just bear with me. So which councillor, Pip?
Councillor Akhtar.
Hello, Councillor Akhtar.
First, right, you can hear me now. Sorry, yes, is this the budget update that came with the committee agenda and papers? Is that what we're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So we have got on there still about 21,000 to spend. Is it? No, 12,000.
Well,
12,000 to spend, have we?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And do we have any events from now on to end of year? 31st of March.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. So does that mean we'll be putting that back into the reserves, or are we going to be committing these to go forward?
Mayor, Councillor Corkindale, can I bring you in on that, please?
thank you. I don't think there's I think unless it's something, you can't bring it forward unless it's a specific purpose and has been ring fenced for that purpose. It would have to go back into general reserves. And as there's been nothing ring fenced and there's nothing likely to be ring fenced, because next year's budget includes everything that you see on this budget and has been budgeted for. So therefore, going forward, there should be no shortfalls. It isn't like, you know, like when, if we were buying, like the allotments buy benches and that they ring fence an amount for benches. Watching Transport would buy grit, or they would buy grit bins and they would ring fence that money. This money, this committee, I don't think has got that. I don't think there's anything on here that the committee could ring fence it for. I may be wrong, but I think I'm right. I think it does have to go back into, unless we spend it this year, it has to go back into general funds. However, my view is that if there is something we can do this year, and it's brought forward as an agenda item at another meeting, then that money could then be used for that. I don't think it's, you know, I don't think it just because it hasn't been spent on the original item doesn't mean we can't use it for something going forward during this financial year. And I understand Councillor Westerman's got his hand up. Chair.
You're muted.
Who is?
The chair.
Yeah. Right.
Councillor Westerman, would you like to speak?
Yes, thank you, Chair. Do we have anything in for Christmas lights, decorations, etc.? Because Keighley Town Council, we used to put some lights up, and now Bradford put all the lights up and then give us basically what they're not using in the town centre in Bradford, they send over to us when they're basically goosed. So I'd like to ring fence some money for Christmas lights for Keighley,
Yeah.
possibly £6,000. I know
Well,
we're not a lot, but I think 6,000 will buy some.
Yes, Councillor Westerman, I think that's a really, really good idea, actually. Pip, would that be something that we could speak to possibly speak to Sarah about?
It wouldn't be a discussion with Sarah. You could definitely vote
maybe
on it.
allocate some money to it and get some quotes on prices for the actual actual Christmas decorations.
I think you'd probably need to ask the members of your group, of your committee, if
Right.
Can I suggest something, Chair?
Yes, Councillor Corkindale, yep.
That somebody makes a motion or resolution at this meeting that an agenda item regarding Christmas lights is on the next agenda for it to be voted on and for this money to be ring fenced at that time. That will mean that we'll be able to get all the necessary legal arguments out of the way in the interim. So I will propose that this committee puts this on as an agenda item with a view to ring fencing £6,000 for Christmas decorations.
I will second that motion.
That sounds. Is everybody in favour?
Councillor Anayat's got his hand up. Councillor Wrench.
Thank you. Councillor Anayat.
Yeah, I would suggest that the future agenda item should be if we have any ideas for anything else, so as to make it a little broader. But that would encapsulate what my colleagues Peter and Mick are saying, rather than have it just for the Christmas lights. You know, to have any ideas that the committee may have as an agenda item.
Yes,
Are you asking
Councillor-
me to amend, am I being asked to amend my motion?
Well, it's a yeah, that's what I'm asking really.
To
Can
I
make
just-
sense.
are we looking for things like Eid or the Valley or something of that nature? Is that what you?
Well, what I'm saying is that obviously, because we're discussing the budget, and Councillor Akhtar has just focused us on the fact that there hasn't been any money spent. There probably will not be any money spent, and it's going to go back for the next financial year. I'm saying that would it be better if we have an agenda item where committee members bring forward any ideas at that point? I'm just making it broader. I'm not saying, yeah.
What I'm saying, all I'm saying, Councillor Naya, is that this motion can go forward as it is, and then another motion for your motion can go forward as well, so that there will be two agenda items which we could discuss, and it maybe the whole 12,000 could be spent, depending on what the committee does decide in the final analysis, because there is an agenda item, agenda item 10, future items for decisions. So there is nothing to stop us from looking at all these things. Anything that, if you may come up with something in the interim that you think should go on to the agenda as well. So yeah, I'm all for that. If you want it as one simple motion that this committee this committee resolves to look at the underspend and bring forward ideas at the next meeting for items going forward, I'm happy to amend it to that.
And I'm happy to second that.
Yeah.
Are you happy with that? Are you
That's,
happy with that, Councillor?
sorry, can I come back? Yeah, that's actually what I was trying to, this is what I'm trying to point at. Rather than us having specific agenda items which restricts us from talking about anything else, and then come the next meeting, we have another agenda item. Yeah, all I'm saying is that under that agenda item, if anything comes forward, you know, then we can actually discuss it under that agenda item and agree it, rather than having another item for a future meeting. That's what I'm trying to get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will amend my motion to the words I've just said. Have you got them, Pete?
I have.
Right.
I'm still happy to second your motion, Mr. Mayor.
So we'll go to the vote now, Chair, if you wish.
Yeah, so is everybody in favour? Let's vote. Yep, lovely.
Can I, sorry, Chair, can I just add another point, if I may?
You may, yes.
Right, okay. Just staying on the same theme of conversation.
Yep.
I would suggest that not just committee members, but perhaps Sarah and maybe Pip also thinks about how we can not just spend this money, but how we can put on something without actually being an event. Yeah. You know, for example, if we just look at Eid for one moment, conventionally, we've always thought that we would have an event, you know, a celebration event to mark Eid. Yeah. Well, there's other ways of actually marking that occasion. And I think that we, under the current climate that we're in, we need, do you sense what I'm saying? We need to be a little bit more, we need to be a little bit more innovative. Yeah. And maybe, you know, look at trying to mark these particular events in maybe a different way. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying. All I'm trying to do is put a seed in people's minds, so that if we can start to think about how we can do that in another way, in another form, but still market as far as Keighley Town Council is concerned.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
And we've got the money to do it as well. So that's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, lovely. So everybody's in favour. We've been to the vote and we voted. So that's been passed now. Okay, so on to the next item, which are we on events officer report item number 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So has everybody received an update from the events officer, the updated report? Does anybody want to pass any comment, make any comment on this one? On this,
Sarah's got something to say. She's the events
Yeah.
officer.
Yeah,
I don't have anything to add. I tried to put in as much as I could about the past events that we had at Christmas, and then we're currently in the planning stages for the events for the new financial year, but obviously it's all sort of up in the air or on hold. But I'm doing my best to still try and get things in place. So then if restrictions are lifted, then we're ready to rock and roll.
lovely. That sounds great. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you very much for that, Sarah. Does anybody else want to add any comments?
Yeah, can I just add that on your last agenda, you requested that there was an update for Christmas Carol service. That's included within Sarah's report at point 6. If you wanted to look at that, that's just so that you're aware that we've not missed it off the agenda. We just put it into Sarah's report.
Lovely. Thank you for that, Pip. Thank you for giving us that information. Is
All-
everybody
all-
Sorry.
Councillor Corkindale?
Yeah, just on that same road, the Christmas Carol service, I went up to All Saints in Highfield where I did a message from the town. I read a reading and a message from the town, and there was a virtual carol service held, which myself, Councillor Doreen Lee from Bradford, the Lord Mayor of Bradford, attended. And also there was various people who sang from their homes, whilst it was nowhere near as moving as the normal carol service, which is wonderful for them when they can go to it. It was quite a good success. Whilst I'm still talking, it has reminded me to say that I would like Councillor Akhtar or Councillor Mohammed Anayat to pass on my condolences and the town's condolences to the family of the former Lord Mayor of Bradford, Councillor Habib Hussain, who always greeted me with a cheery smile and the words, "Morning, Mr. Honourable Mayor," which I thought was a wonderful thing from an ex-Lord Mayor. And we've also lost Mike Ellis from the District Council. So as a council, I think it's only right that we should mark these occasions just with a few words, just to say what nice people they were and how they will be missed. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Councillor Corkindale. Then just to reiterate everything that you've just said and to send our condolences from Keighley Town Council. Right. Does anybody want to add anything? No. Right. We'll move on to item number 10. Future items for Councillor Westerman.
No, I'm just waiting to come in on this next item.
Oh, do apologize. Yeah, so future items for discussion. Councillors are asked to suggest any agenda items for future meetings. Councillor Westerman.
Yeah, I've spoke to the clerk about this. I think I may have run it past the mayor at some stage. There's a young lady in Keighley called Laura Kelly. She's coming up with some good ideas, and she's got a lot of businesses on board regarding Christmas and other events throughout the year in town. And she's got, like I say, a lot of businesses. She's already been promised a Christmas tree for Town Hall Square, free of charge, a 24-foot one. And I'd like to ask the committee if at the next meeting it could be an agenda item that we co-opt her on as a non-voting member, in a similar vein we did to former town mayor Graham Mitchell on the Festival of Transport. He came as a non-voting member, and I think it'd be quite good to get a business person on board who's got some good ideas and a lot of people behind her that can throw some money as well as ideas towards this. So I'd like it as an agenda item that we do co-opt her at the next meeting.
Yes,
Thank you.
Councillor Westerman, that'll be absolutely, yeah, we can put that on as a agenda item. That's absolutely fine, not a problem. If you could do that for us, that would be great. Thank you. Lovely. Does anybody else want to add anything before we move on to item number 12? Oh, so,
Yeah, 11's missing,
well,
don't worry.
11.
Another
I'm gonna
typo.
Okie dokie. Anybody else before we go any on? No, everybody all right? On that one, that's lovely. So, just bear with me. So yes, item number 11, which is actually marked as number 12 on here. So the date of the next meeting, which will be held on Thursday, the 11th of March, 2021 at 6 p.m. So, if you can, everybody just join us at the meeting, that would be absolutely great.
Where will it be held? Sorry.
Sorry, I'm assuming it will be held over Zoom as we are at the moment, but obviously dependent on restrictions, i.e. through
Okay.
with COVID and everything, we'll have to wait and see what happens there.
So we'll have to wait on Boris, in other words.
Yeah, yes,
I think you'll have to wait on the COVID.
absolutely.
Who's he?
Caroni, have you not met him? He's a bit sneaky, but he's there. Oh, Caroni.
Okay.
Right, so I think that's everything for this evening. So thank you so much for joining us, and I think I'll end the meeting there. Okay.
Well done, Leanne. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Councillor
Well done,
Wrench.
yeah.
Well done.
Thank you very much.